Why does husband avoid sex? Researchers from Ohio found that men think about sex 19 times a day. And their British colleagues say that 62% of men refuse sex more often than women. If you hear, "Forgive me, but not today," something went wrong. What exactly? Let's figure it out. The reasons for such voluntary abstinence can be elementary: fatigue, poor health, omissions in the relationship, or maybe you no longer attract him as a woman. I'll tell you about what is happening to him and how you can deal with it. So, the most common reasons why he refuses intimacy: overload. For many men, formal fatigue is not a reason to abandon sex and relieve stress after a hard day. But not always, and not for everyone. If your man has serious problems at work, the project is on fire tomorrow, global changes in business are coming, he is not interested in sex games. He, too, sometimes wants to relax and have nothing to think about, surf aimlessly on the net, dull in the PlayStation in the end. At least just do not do anything. For passion and passion for bed feats you need energy, which simply does not exist. In this state, leave him alone. And instead of harassment, organize a space for relaxation. Behind the wall. Grandmother and children. For young parents, sex takes on a festive color. Very often, after diapers, undershirts, bathing, there simply is no time or energy left. Especially if he is actively helping you with this. Even if you do the baby yourself but the baby sleeps in the same bed with you, sex can be problematic for obvious reasons. Not to mention the cases when you live with parents, grandmothers and aunts. There is generally no place for romance. No chance, no options. That is why I insist. A worthy man provides his family with enough space for a normal and healthy life for everyone. Both psychologically and physically. And in any way this moment does not fit with the parents in the next bedroom. Neither man nor woman should live with their parents. Knock 25. Find an apartment for yourself. He's bored if you have studied all the cracks in each other, and sex has become bland and monotonous. It, like any dish consumed too often, bothers. I can't appreciate your ingenuity in bed. But if he began to perceive sex as a conjugal duty, especially if you are not yet married, trouble. It is necessary, excites not at all as I want. If a beloved has begun to linger more and more at work, for the weekend he avoids your company and, under any pretext, leaves his intimacy, perhaps he just got tired of your life together as a whole. Think about it and analyze your behavior. If the situation is not launched so well, you can gently introduce variety and stimulating desire into your sex life. Importantly, do not forget that his wishes also need to be taken into account. He wants to sleep. Man is a biological being. By the way, biorhythms, sleep patterns, nutrition and in general lifestyle greatly affect libido. If he is a lark and sleeps at 9 p.m., and you're an inveterate and you just want a holiday at this time, it's not that he doesn't want you, but that he really wants to sleep. Again, if you are the parents of the baby, read paragraph 2. He wants you, but he wants to sleep more. A sleepless body is hardly capable of exploits of a sexual nature. Better, give it the opportunity to sleep. He is unwell. This is not necessarily a potency problem. He just may feel bad, or he may have a cold or poison, but he is brave. Or maybe worse. It is entirely possible that he does not want to admit to himself, much less to you, that he has problems. Please note that alcohol abuse and certain medications, such as antidepressants, also lead to inactivate libido. Stress, depression and overweight also directly affect the sexual abilities of men. If you suspect something is wrong, do not postpone the visit to the doctor. He does not see a woman in you girls, let's be honest. I very often observe a situation when married women simply stop taking care of themselves. But in vain. A woman must constantly, daily work on herself, including her appearance. Then, at a minimum, you'll increase your self-esteem, and your husband will be proud of you. Ask yourself, are you in your best shape now? Have you updated your wardrobe long ago and looked sexy? In addition to appearance, there is also communication. If you saw it, make claims, reproach, take offense, you are in a bad mood, you push it away. The other extreme is the role of mom. Ward him like a little son. A normal man does not want mom. Well, in general, the lack of mutual understanding, trust, respect in the pair does not add tenderness to the relationship. Work on yourself, analyze the roles you play in the relationship, and finally become yourself. And then pump up your femininity. He has sex, but not with you. Perhaps you lack tenderness and affection from him for a simple reason: he has another. Treason is the topic of a separate material. From scratch, betrayal does not happen. And one more thing, both are always to blame and both are also responsible. You need to look for the cause deeper, and then solve the problem. About how to learn to understand and hear a man. How to find out what he thinks and how to behave in harmonious relationships, I tell in detail on my free course. You can replay everything. If you decide to fight for your family and restore your relationship, leaving the past in the past, then you will have to work hard. This is not easy. But probably, if you decide to look for another husband, saying goodbye to an obsolete relationship, also an option. There are no universal solutions and tips. But remember that mistakes from the first marriage very easily move from the next, if they are not corrected. And for what reasons you and your husband do not understand each other in bed. Tell us in the comments. I hope my advice will help you. Ksenia is rich.